when he did pass away, it was a really difficult thing. Initially, I didn't want to play saxophone at all. I kind of just wanted to put it away.
Sure.
It was hard for me to even deal with the idea of me playing at all. Through a process of healing and being asked to come out and play with some friends, I don't know. I kind of found my way to connect with Clarence again in a really beautiful and intense way, honestly, through that saxophone, and that natural healing process is what kind of brought the next step to the table.
And that was Bruce approaching you, I assume?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking a lot at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we'd both lost a cornerstone, so it was a big moment, and I was really appreciative to him for just being available. Clarence was my phone call. If something good happened, I'd give him a ring. If something bad happened, I'd give him a ring. And if there's nothing going on, I'd give him a call. And we just understood each other. So losing that was really difficult, and Bruce was really, really generous and open and gave me his time, and we kind of worked out that period together.
Were you a little nervous? Is probably an understatement. The first time you rehearsed with them.
Yeah.
Were you? I got to go to the bathroom.
It was the first time was geez, man, it was obscure on like biblical proportions.
Like surreal would be a very weak word to describe it, maybe. Like
it wouldn't even be an appropriate word.
Yeah.
It wasn't surreal. It was like it was one of those days where like you just can't get stuff together. Like everything's kind of going crazy. I got lost on the way there, and like et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It was just a really, I don't know, crazy time. But it worked itself out.
Yeah.
But
do you still have moments, maybe a certain song where you just kind of feel numb while you're playing, where you really feel that connection, that maybe spiritual feeling that Clarence is there with you?
I feel that way often.
Yeah.
It's definitely not one song. It's often. I mean, even on this stage, there's moments where I can almost feel his smile, or his presence just as support throughout the night. So no, that's we keep him close.
Do you have any of his horns?
Yes. Yeah.
And you've played them while you're performing on stage with Bruce?
Yeah. I mean, I should say that Clarence was always really, really generous to me, and would give me his retired horns basically back in the day. So I've always played on his horns. And when he passed away, he left his horns to me as well. So the horns that he played on that tour, on his last tour, were there and ready to go on the next tour. And I continue to breathe that air through those lungs and into those horns.
To be a successful musician, not only do you have to be creative and original, but as you are mingling and being around other musicians, you take a little bit of this, a little bit of that. How much have you learned, even from the performance standpoint, from Bruce? Simply because I don't think there's a better live performer on the planet than Bruce Springsteen. What have you learned from him as far as the performance?
An immense amount. I've been taking notes from that show for a really long time. And like the biggest thing for me, like the biggest take home that I have is his ability to draw everyone into a singular moment, to unify a large mass of people, to the point where the audience is one, right? So there's this, and you're connected to the stage. Like the band doesn't know what's going on any better than the audience does. So I mean, it's like navigating the weather. Mm-hmm. When that storm cloud comes, you're either going to go into it or you're going to go around it, but we're going to figure it out together, and that's something that's huge that I've definitely taken from that stage and applied to my own craft.
Brand new CD out. I've seen the first video, and it's a very, very cool video with all the little Scrabble pieces. Tell us about the process with the album and your first single.
Man, the album was very introspective for me. It was I write to kind of just like process life in general, and that record was I had been recovering out of a really hard relationship, and then later found myself in a really beautiful one. So it's very much a side one, side two record that goes from like the depths of our fears and having to reconcile those and face them, and then the liberation that will allow you, and carry you into the ability to love yourself and to love without fear, which is a really beautiful thing.
You can't find a cure if you broke down to your knees, and the law don't work for you if it's working for those thieves. And if you're stuck in your four walls, well, how clearly can you see the people are sick and they're broke and they're broken? Yeah, they're sick and they're broke and they're broken. I ain't asking for no medicine, ain't seeking no revenge. I just wanna feel some love, so I guess I knock again. Oh, to feel safe in love. I'll stick to my sisters and my brothers. We're just as safe as we're ever gonna be. We'll stand side by side for each other, and we'll heal the sick and fix what's broke till we ain't broken. We'll heal the sick and fix what's broke till we ain't broken. I ain't asking for no medicine, ain't seeking no revenge. I just wanna feel some love, so I guess I'll knock again. Oh, to be safe in love again. Come on. For no medicine, ain't seeking no revenge. I just wanna feel some love, so I guess I knock again.